Neat. Uh, We have sound, we have audio. Nice and fuzzy video, too. Let me give him a call and we'll get.
Hello.
Hi. All right, I'm gonna screen share again. If this is super blurry for me, by the way. Let me see if I can. Ooh, 360.
Is it still not all the way finished processing then?
Yeah, this hurts my face right now to like look at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it
We can
tinier.
we can give it a minute as well because I thought of more questions.
All right,
We
cool.
can go let's go to my the op.gg you get open. Let's talk about runes and make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to. I
Sure.
noticed for some reason on my Morgana one it says I've got the adaptive force instead of the CDR. I'm not sure why it's not CDR.
What are you
I
talking
thought it
about?
was Morgana, the runes on the far right.
Okay,
Is adaptive
I
force the
don't
top one?
I don't give a shit about like this game or whatever. But what do you think they should be and why? Let's do that. Okay.
The CDR is what it. So CDR for the first column because the
Time out.
more.
Time out. Time out. No, 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 no. Uh,
Sorry.
what are you trying to do? Let's start there. If you want to talk about runes, let's start there. What are you trying to
Sure.
do with Morgana?
As Morgana, my goal is to uh, Q, bind enemies and then press spell shield on whoever is fed on my team
Okay, what do
or
you need to
whoever's.
do that?
I need CDR and
And
basically to be alive.
to be alive, yeah, but mana too, right?
Yeah, and mana.
Cool, but alive, right? Because if you're managing that properly, you should be fine. Okay, so
Yep.
here, let's look at your runes and let's see if you're doing that. And you have Transcendence, which is great. So if you overcap on CDR, it's fine. So yeah, CDR here, this here, because it makes all your stuff stronger. Armor fine, because you're up against an 80 carry. Neat. Um, yeah, Arcane Comet makes sense. Maniflow Band makes sense. I like that. Transcendence makes sense. More CDR. Why Scorch?
I use that combined with Comet, so you'll.
You're cutting out a little.
So again, these things kind of all build into each other, but I typically don't go movies because I typically don't roam, so therefore I'm typically not in the river, so I typically don't get much use out of it.
Okay.
So I typically so it if I'm I if I'm not if I wasn't roaming that much, water walking didn't feel as impactful as necessarily um as the extra damage from the scorch.
All right. Roam more. Take water walking if you're gonna
Yes.
roam with the
Yeah.
movies. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Right.
Everything else.
That's just shifting things down the line. So
Everything
yeah.
else looks great. I like perfect timing over magical footwear. I actually screwed up and I took magical footwear that game I just played, and I got a later Mobius than my opponent Alistar, and because of that, he was able to engage and be everywhere faster than me, and because of that, we ended up losing the game. I'm gonna take the blame on that one actually. So I
Mhm.
like this better. Biscuit delivery also very good. You never run out of mana, right?
Right. And then so for Thresh, then um, for Thresh, I same general idea, except instead of picking the adaptive for the stat ones, I took the armor instead of the adaptive force because I felt I just picked that one. For
Yeah,
that one, I did go for the biscuits because of the power of the health and the mana early game. Because
yeah.
people were calling it a nerf, but it's actually a buff.
I like this a lot. This is fine. I
Okay.
if it's like a pokey lane, you might take these two. Like if they don't have enough to burst you, if they have enough to burst you, you want these two, right? And then
Yes.
conditioning isn't bad because your souls all count as bonus armor and magic resist. So like you get a little bit extra as you collect souls, but again, if you're trying to like win early game, like these other ones are better.
Mm,
So this is pretty good.
okay. Just
Um,
wanted to clear. I wanted to start by clearing those runes.
if you have a really easy matchup where like I was up against an Alistar, I felt like long team fights, so I felt Font to Life would be better. But if I'm up against a Janna or something squishy like a Yumi, a Demolish might be better just because you're going to get more chances to use it.
Mm,
But generally, Font to Life is better. Again, it's one of those things. It's like, okay, my 80 carry's bad. Am I going to get to use this? But also, you could argue my 80 carry's bad. He might need to use this. So I don't know.
gotcha. Okay. I just wanted to give those a quick run through while we were doing that, because I thought the runes were pretty good. I just wanted to, again, while we were checking fundamentals, ensure that that's actually what I'd need. So,
Yeah. But I think this is fine.
okay. It looks like the video has 720 now.
All right. Let's see. From E2, I'm up to 480, but yeah, let's do 720. Oh, glorious. All right, I'm screen sharing. Can you see okay?
Let me pause the stream, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not seeing your screen yet.
I may not have screen shared with you. Let me see. That is why. Okay, let me do this. I'm just gonna do 720. Is that good enough?
Yeah, I mean, it only has 720. I don't record in 1080
Okay, cool.
for storage purposes.
Then it should be fine. Can I share this with the stream so they can watch
Yep,
at home
go
if they
nuts.
want to?
Yep.
All right, have fun.
It's unlisted, but you can get through it through the link. So,
All right. So your team, you're playing Morgana.
I'm playing Morgana. How this game goes is so what we're looking for is we get ahead early.
No,
Like
no,
we
no, 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 no,
stop.
no.
Okay.
Tell me how you should be playing this. Tell me how the lanes are going to be played out real quick. Like start with bot lane, work mid, then top.
Sure. Bot lane. So I picked Morgana. Thresh was not available.
Mhm.
And so I saw them pick Leona. So I picked the Morgana. Actually, I think Thresh was up, but I picked Morgana into Leona anyway.
Yeah.
Because I think Morgana is stronger than Leona, because whoever Leona's ulting, you can put your Eon, or in lane phase, whoever she jumps onto, as long as you're not standing right next to your ADC, you can spell shield that person.
Yeah, and pretty easy to land binds on her too because she's very
Yeah,
telegraphed, right?
right. In terms of Kai'Sa, there's not a ton to it. She's got a little bit of she's got mobility, she's got damage. Nothing particular about her. For Xayah, as long as I can prevent her from getting one shot, she'll have time to pop her ulti, so she can get out of a bit of danger there. So
Okay.
that's kind of just as long as I actually black shield her, she should be able to help heal herself, because she also has a her own route.
Do you
So we
win
got
this
some.
2v2? Like if you all in, do you win?
If both teams are playing at their best,
Yeah,
we
that's what we're
should
talking
win.
about.
We should level 1, level 2, we win. Once
Okay.
Leona has all 3 of her abilities, then we'd have to be able to focus the Kai'Sa down. But because of the range Kai'Sa is at, it's difficult to get her while also just ignoring the Leona. It's very difficult to do that, I think, at least. But and then once we hit level 6, we should win, because I shouldn't be standing on top of my Xayah. So whoever Leona ults, I should be black shielding.
I'm surprised you say that. Like, I'm going to take your word for it because I don't know this matchup. But generally, I think of Leona as like a terrifying early game champion that just shits on your AD carry without a dash.
If
So,
Leona was a good champion right now, I would agree.
okay, that's fair.
But I like, yes, she is traditionally, she's power spikes level 2, power spikes level 3. Were I playing Thresh, I would agree with that.
Okay, but because
But
you're Morgana, you can pop your
because
Black
the black
Shield.
shield.
Okay, so Black Shield, you're
Um,
saying she doesn't get that CC, so then it's fine. You just
that
walk
being
away.
that being said, if she gets fed and starts going AP, or if Kai'Sa goes AP and boosts the magic damage, it is possible to break the shield just from raw damage. If
But
if
okay,
they're in sync.
but that won't happen early. So you're saying because you're really good on Morgana and can Black Shield the Leona CC, you feel like you should be able to win because one spell you negate that and you can bind, appeal, trade back, win.
I
Right?
think the majority of the time I win this lane, yes.
Okay, cool.
Not all the time, but I think the majority of the time I win it.
Okay, neat. So you guys are looking to fight early, according to that, because you're trying to win, right?
Right.
Okay. What about mid lane? What's going to happen mid?
So I don't know the actual specifics of the Katarina Echo matchup, but they're both assassins. They're both trying to go in and they're both trying to fight. If Echo plays well, he should be able to set up his stun when Cat is jumping in. Um,
That's really hard to do, by the way.
right, it is. Um, I think Katarina has more damage if she's not getting interrupted, I think.
Yep.
If they're both just going, I think Cat does more damage. I also think Cat tends to have a little bit better roaming potential. Like they both have good roaming potential, but I think Katarina has slightly better roaming potential. I
So,
think that she also is a manaless champion,
mhm.
which also it makes it Echo is more likely to have to burn mana to clear the wave, so he's not running up into Katarina. So it's more
you're
likely
you're
for
way overthinking this.
okay,
Katarina is an early game champion. Echo is like a mid game, late game champion, depending on how you build him and play him.
okay,
And yeah, like she's manaless. Echo has mana. He has to use abilities to wave clear. She can spam abilities, right? Like look at this kind of thing on op.gg if you're not
mm-hmm.
sure. Like she is going to win early, and then as the game goes on and people start grouping with crowd control to interrupt her, like she falls off. Think of it that way. So
Mm-hmm.
early game, she's probably going to be a nightmare for this Echo. And here I'm just going to show you, right? Like Echo needs time to get strong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay,
and like he's still not great.
right,
But early game, he doesn't have a way to break up like her ult. He doesn't have a way to break up her thing unless he times his shield perfectly, and that shield is telegraphed. So if Kata has a brain, she won't be going in when she sees him do the little home run bat thing.
right.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right, so mid lane should be Kata's, and like you said, she'll be roaming. Why does this matter? Because if you're bot lane, she's probably going to be roaming bot. All right, Lee Sin versus Kindred. Who wins? This is an easy one.
Should be Lee Sin.
Yeah, he shits on Kindred. Hard counters.
Because even if one, Lee Sin is strong early game and Kindred is weak early game.
Yep.
Two, even once you get to late game, a good Lee Sin should just be kicking Kindred out of her ult.
Yep.
Right. So
Exactly.
there should be no point in the game in which, unless Kindred gets mega fed, there should be no point in which Kindred is beating Lee Sin.
Yeah, if Kindred gets mega fed, then boom. But like, good luck. You're into a hard counter. And Kindred doesn't have anything to stop the Katarina CC wise. Like this sucks. This is a really hard game for you guys to win. All right, what about Yorick Cho'Gath?
So I'm not 100% on that matchup. I think in general they need a jungler to show up in order to kill each other. I think York's generally build more damage oriented. So if Cho'Gath can get 2 good combos in, it's possible he can ult him down. But the circus ring that Yorick has that should be able to kind of keep Cho'Gath back. So they both have they're gonna sustain up a lot. So I don't really think there's a ton of kill pressure in that lane.
Yorick should shit on Cho'Gath.
Why?
Okay, first of all, Cho'Gath has the wrong runes right now. Cho'Gath is only viable like full AP Assassin Burst. It's a super long lane, so he's like very easy to kill. And because of the Yorick Circus Ring thing that you're talking about, very easy for Yorick to trap him in there and get a bunch of free harass. Cho'Gath has a ton of sustain though, so like there are ways he can win this lane. But generally, Yorick will have more damage and more sustain with his like shield because every time he hits something with a shovel, right, he gets health back.
Mm-hmm.
So if Cho'Gath outlasts him, right, mana wise, like sure, this guy will have to back and he'll teleport back in. Cool. But Yorick has significantly more damage, and with his maiden, with his little ghouls, if he gets a good combo off and then traps Cho'Gath in the ring, Cho'Gath can't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So this should be a lane that Yorick just wins, and because Cho'Gath's not going AP, he's going tanky. Like Yorick has a lot. Like here, let's look at him. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I'm pretty sure the maiden does quite a bit of damage to tanky boys. Show me the maiden. What does she do?
Scroll down further.
Yeah, I love these champions that you have to read a book to understand what they do. All right.
It's a tab. You see the pets? It says Mistwalker.
God damn it! Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So
Magic damage scales with AD. Cool. Alright. Percent of target's maximum health bonus damage. This is what I'm looking for.
Gotcha.
So Cho'Gath is building tank into percent health damage. Got it?
Gotcha. Yep.
Another thing too, he's very slow, so if he's not landing every rupture perfectly, that sucks. He's just gonna get bopped. Also, his abilities take a shit ton of mana. So Yorick's abilities take less mana. If he's patient, he builds up his little army, right? Like 25 mana versus Cho'Gath mana on his Q. And again, this is just a matchup thing. It doesn't matter as much for you down in the bot lane, but Cho'Gath, like, this goes through his mana pool very quickly. So, and he's building a tank anyway, so it's just a little rough.
Yeah.
Yorick should win this, is what I'm saying. So if we're looking at lanes, Echo loses early, and then because you don't have like consistent CC, kind of loses later, which sucks. Lee Sin beats Kindred. Yorick wins top. You guys win bot. So bot and top winning matchups. Mid and jungle losing matchups. Make sense? That's all we're looking for.
Okay.
So if you're looking to roam, do you think you can affect this one?
I would have to land a binding to start because Echo can only do follow up.
Yeah.
And there's no chance I get my ult off to actually hinder Katarina in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, she just blinks away, right?
So there's not a ton of like it's possible, but not easy. It's not an easy.
No, she would have to screw up. So
Yeah.
this might be a game where you don't buy Mobies in Rome, just because, like, what's the point? Like, Lee Sin can, like, hunt you down and kill you even with the Mobies. Katarina can hunt you down and kill you. You can't really do anything to stop. Like, the Rome doesn't help. So, like, the wards in here that I would normally recommend getting deep, like, I don't know. Like, we may be, like, warding deep just when Lee Sin shows top, like, if we're going to do it. But like,
Gotcha.
like normally I'd be like, oh, don't worry about it. Just go in the jungle. You got Mobies. Fine. Lee Sin is one of the champions that I would not recommend doing that against. Okay? All right. Do you want to watch?
Sure.
All right. And we are watching for some of that fundamental stuff we're talking about. Like, I want to see where you're warding. Let's see if it makes sense, okay? I'm going to watch
on First Blood.
On double speed, too. Cool.
We already got First Blood, so it was just Katarina.
Hey, neat. You guys were not AFK. Congrats.
Yeah, so.
Off to a good start.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you thinking?
Well, right now, I assume that's prevented Lee Sin from coming in to try to, like, come in. Like, once people usually lose the First Blood, they're not going to, like, show up to try to invade. So currently, I'm thinking I'm just going to make sure that Kindred can start getting going.
Your 80 carry could have died there if they didn't leash blue.
And so that's the thing is I just keep running. I just follow the ADC, even though it's not necessarily the best thing. It's better than just leaving alone. Right here, I'm just trying to apply pressure in the lane because until they hit level 2.
Hold on. I want to talk about that last thing though.
Sure.
It's sometimes good to walk straight in if Kindred is ready to follow, if your jungler is ready to follow, because they'll fight and then they'll go for the first blood or second blood here since you already got first blood, and then your jungler will come kill them. But like, just make sure you spam a danger ping over it so your AD carry is thinking about, oh, there could be a Leona in there. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense?
Yep.
All right.
And then so here, I've just been playing up aggressively. We hit level 2 here, so I'm just going in, and the Leona didn't seem to get the memo. So we just killed her. I accidentally ignited, and so I auto attacked and got the last kill, which was pretty bad.
Don't, like, that's fine. It's solo queue. Don't apologize. Get your Mobies faster. Where's the enemy jungle right now?
He should probably be on red or chickens.
No. Look at Kindred.
He should. I don't know if Lee Sin does Gromp or wolves.
Okay, did Lee Sin get a leash bot?
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying he's red or chickens because how many camps has he done?
He would have finished one and he should be on his second.
Okay, he should be on his third or fourth right now. Kindred did Krugs next, I think. I'm trying to see the minimap through the...
Did she? Oh, did I?
So here, it's like 2:30, right? Scuttle spawns at 3:15. Fast jungle clearers can clear their entire jungle before Scuttle spawns. Like, that's one of the reasons Karthus used to be strong. He's a little slower now. But like a Shyvana jungle, like power farming with a good leash, will be done like around 3:30.
Okay.
And like Krugs is the camp that takes the longest. So like Kindred's finishing her third camp, but she did Krugs, so that's why she's only on camp number 3. Okay.
Okay.
Usually Lee Sins will do a couple things. They'll do like buff Gromp Wolves, like King Chandler is saying, if they're looking to full clear. If they're looking to gank like an overly aggressive laner, like I would be doing to this Echo, it'd be like blue Wolves red. You're level 3 off of that. Add in a couple minions, then you go in. What does Lee need to gank?
He just needs his. I mean, in theory, he just needs his Q.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd probably want your W just so you can get back out if things go hazy.
Yeah, but usually Q and E if you're trying to gank. Think he's like a J4 jungle where he's like red buff and
Gotcha.
then looks to gank.
Okay.
W is nice because it's safe, but like it doesn't give him any damage, right? It just gives him a safety net. So
Gotcha.
so realistically, after blue, he could be ganking. You just killed the support bot lane. He
Mhm.
should be on the top half of the map. I agree with you that he's on red or raptors right now. If he did like blue, wolves, red, he's finishing red and looking for a gank right now. If he did full clear blue and he's finishing up red now, he's halfway done with it. Okay?
Okay.
So is your positioning bot good or bad?
It's tolerable
No, it's really good. Why?
because the assumption is that the jungler is not bottom side, which means we have the ability to play up and pressure Kaisa under the turret,
Mhm.
possibly make her miss CS or miss position, get free damage down,
Yeah.
um,
Why else?
and just lets the jungler be aggressive for our side scuttle.
Yeah. Really good. So another thing too, are you the strong side or the weak side right now? We talked about this in the
We are the
session earlier.
strong side
Yeah. Why?
because the support is dead, so that gives +1 from the actual lane. So
Mhm.
then even if they have a jungler currently here, we're still up by 1.
Yeah. Still up by
But in
one.
reality, the jungler is not here, so we're up by 2.
Yeah, you're up by 2 because Kindred's down here too. And it looks like Echo has priority mid, so he can roam if someone's collapsing on you. So yeah, this is really good. It's good that you're harassing under tower. It's good that you're chipping away at the tower, getting a little bit of plate damage. Like this is quality. And I would never apologize for a kill.
Okay.
All right, ready to watch?
Yep.
Yeah, this is a really good game so far. All right, Kindred's finishing a Raptors. Hey, look, you were right about the read. Lee Sin just looked for a gank on Echo mid. He came from there. What should you be doing?
I should be, well, before Leona showed up, I should have been, uh, actually, I don't have my ward up yet, so I should just be playing aggressive and just kind of, um, being in their face because I don't have a ward to put down somewhere. So I'm not going to
Yeah, I'm trying to get
defend
the
that.
the tab that you put up because I want to see like his farm. Like you just tabbed when he showed, and I want to see it, but I can't. All right, so we're just gonna watch, okay?
Okay.
I like that you're auto attacking. You're stacking your support item, so that's good. But Lee Sin just showed what you should be doing. Like, see how you tabbed right there? Let me see if I can catch
Yeah, I
it.
was actually checking to make sure I had my E quick cast too in a second there.
Haha, gotcha.
Because I hadn't needed it initially. I had been slow on the draw, so.
Okay. But as soon as Lee shows up there, we want to. God damn it! It's so fast. You want to be checking his CS to see where he is. Okay. Make it go super slow. Like it's bad that you're not doing that because, like we said, as a support, you should be tracking the jungle and letting your team know where he is. I didn't see any danger pings happen on the map either.
Yep, you're right. I had not been looking at the jungle part there.
And it's fine. You got him on the ropes. Okay. 12 CS. How many camps has he done?
3.
Cool. Where is he right now?
He's either doing he's probably, so if I had to guess what 3 camps he did, chickens was not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he tried to gank mid and either went back to chickens or he's setting up for the scuttle crab.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like in theory he could be ganking top, but it's also kind of difficult to gank it from that position.
Yeah.
But it's not impossible for Lee Sin.
Okay. So, because you know that, what you're doing here is fine. But I didn't see you check it unless you're like Rain Man and like that instant flash of the scoreboard was enough for you to.
No, I did not check that.
Cool. Check that before you push up. Because right now you're inting if you don't know where the jungle is. If you know where the jungle is and you have all the information to do it, you're fine. This is great. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go back to double speed.
Yep.
All right. And I like this. Good flash to get away there.
And I'm staying for the ignite.
And do you kill her?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. You guys win that 2v2, so that's smart. Why do you not shove?
I have no mana, and the wave's also already going to shove. So I put my pool down right there. So it's already on the minions in the back line.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I could have said because there was no one coming, but I also wanted to get my back in because Zaya had already respawned.
All right.
So I already put my pool down. My auto attacks do 0 damage, and I would just wanted to get moving.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Mhm.
You did the pool. We see everyone on the map right now. Zaya just respawned. Great. Leona is still dead. I figure you just need to match Leona.
Okay.
Kill the back line so that this goes into the tower and starts shoving back to you, because they could freeze this if they wanted to right now.
Okay.
It will reset if they don't mess with it, but if they mess with it and kind of like dance in front of the tower with it, they can set up a freeze, and like
Gotcha.
diamond players will do this to you, and then you're kind of hosed. Because
Gotcha.
Lee Sin is going to be pathing towards the bottom half of the map for the next like 5 minutes or so. So
Okay.
because of
Yeah,
that,
because there's Kindred Mark on the scuttle as well.
yeah, that's another thing. So right now, just because it's free and you can, like, do it.
Gotcha.
Other thing, look at how much gold you have.
Got 1K.
What can you buy?
Mobies.
Cool. Does it matter if you're a little bit late if you get Mobies?
No.
Now, so again, you're not buying Mobies, but when you do, you can be a little greedier. Because if you get those 3 caster minions in the back, a lot better. And upgrading this is fine. The boots is fine. But I would be greedy and get early Mobies as quickly as possible. It's a lot easier to dodge skill shots. It's a lot easier to be everywhere. It's a lot easier to get those wards.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right. Also, you'd be back to lane helping Zaya, who's overextending right now. Do you know where Lee Sin is right now?
He hasn't backed yet, and he got 2 kills. He assisted 2 kills mid lane. So he probably either took Scuttle and backed, or backed and is coming for Scuttle. Is what I would say.
I think he's on Scuttle, and right now he could be looking for a kill, but Scuttle and back is fine. Scuttle and blue jungle is fine. Scuttle and look for gank is fine. Those are all options, right? Do
Gotcha.
you know?
No.
So what should you assume is about to happen?
Assume he should be about to queue in onto our Zai, who doesn't have any defensive summoner spells.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So like, I'd be worried, and I'd be looking to get wards. So you have 1 ward here, you have 1 ward here, waves in a spot where you can do something. Kindred's in the area. Don't know where Katarina is. Like, dangerous to get wards now because we know he's going to be on this half of the map because he spent a lot of time up here, killed everyone here. We counted his CS. So I think right now he's finishing Scuttle and looking for a kill, but I'm not sure. Like, that's what I'd be doing if I were him.
Gotcha.
I like this. That ward is, hey, look. This is really good. If you had Mobies, he would have died there.
Kind of fiesta. Well, he's gonna die. This is gonna be a bit of a fiesta here.
Okay, but still. Nice bind, by the way. Like, that would have hit the AD carry, too.
Yeah, and there's a Katarina there, and so we just...
Level 5 Katarina. That's cute. Okay, neat. You just murdered everyone. Cool. All right. Really good. If you had Mobies, you would have been there a little sooner. I'm telling you, it's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, helping your AD carry push, really good. I would save your abilities. You're looking to back. That's fine. That's fine. Mobies. Finish your Mobies. CDR boots. Gross. They're not bad, but Mobies so much better, I'm telling you.
Okay.
All right, you just saw Lee top. What should you be pinging your jungle to do?
Dragon.
Yeah. You should be pathing there, too. So,
yeah.
You're not doing that. So the fundamentals that we talked about, this is really good. This harass is amazing. They're terrified of you. But the fundamentals that we talked about with the shot calling and everything, I'm missing that from this game. And this was from today, right?
Yeah, this was yeah, this is today. This was 4 hours ago or something.
Cool. That bind that you just threw at Leona, your AD carry wasn't in position to follow up. That one that you just hit, she was. So make sure when you throw that out that she's not, because a good Leona player will engage immediately on you there.
Mm-hmm.
But just watch your AD carry to make sure. Dear God, they're just magnets for your bind this game.
Yeah.
Good job disengaging this. You flash it.
Yeah, I had to flash the Q.
Yeah, that's fine. Good job. Yeah, Mobies you don't have to flash. I'm telling you, it's great. Oh, Lee Sin. You have Mobies, it's fine if you wait there because you'll match your AD carry. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I give it. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
What's your fetish with Mobies? Dr. Video Gamer rewatched the first half of this stream. Trying to teach our support player how to play better. You've hit like 6 binds in a row. This is amazing. Your Morgana is so clean.
That's why That's why I was kind of annoyed that I have a negative, win rate on her. I mean, this is an above average game, but like.
Okay. Right now, what do you have an opportunity to do?
I have an opportunity to deep ward because I have 3 wards in my inventory right now. So, and Kaisa or Zaya can just have Jaya play back a bit and let me get the deep wards in there. That way we can see, or that way we get vision so that, well, in theory, later Kindred can show up and get the mark, or we know when the mark's getting cleared.
Yep.
In addition to the ganking stuff and dragon stuff.
Yeah, and Zaya like walked past a ward under tower that she could have been last hitting. Krugs are up; she can be last hitting that. So it's not bad if you're leaving her by herself. She has things to farm. Mm-hmm. Also, she's overextending a little right now because you're not there. Mobies are really good for AD carries that know how to position like this because you can catch up when they don't do the right thing.
Gotcha.
Okay. Rushing support item makes sense, Dr. Video Gamer, because he gets extra gold from it. Extra gold is extra income, more Mobies. But what I'm saying is this game, he backed with 1,000 gold. Just get him. Just get him right there. Usually what most support players will do is they'll upgrade to the second evolution of it, if I'm thinking Pokemon terms. Yes. Like this is like the Blastoise of the support item. Most people will stay at War Turtle just because you get the 22 gold instead of the 11 every time you land a spell, right? Mm-hmm. But the Sightstone upgrade, it just gives you health and an extra ward, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it for the ward specifically for this one.
Yeah.
Just because I tend to stay out on the map a bit more, I think, than some do. I definitely see a lot of people doing the upgrading it to the just upgrading it once and then going for the Mobies and then going for their support item. I just generally favored having the extra ward out.
So right now you're not using the extra ward.
No, I'm not.
So I would argue use your wards better and just get Mobies. And again, that's what our coaching session was earlier. But right now, even if we back up a little, like here, I'm going to back up like 10 seconds. We don't know where people are. Echo's backing. Let's watch your pathing from this. We're at double speed, right? Kaisa shows mid. Just killed someone. Katarina's there. Cool. 3 are mid. Roaming there.
Just to make sure they don't take the turret.
Beautiful bind again.
At this point, I'm worried that Leona is trying to flank the
All right.
What's your name?
Yeah, Zaya. So this is good that you're running down here. As soon as you see Leona in here, that's when you move up and get a deep ward, okay?
Yep.
Because Lee Sin showed like up here, like up around where Katarina is right now as soon as that happens. So you're like, okay, Leona's going back to lane. I don't have to worry about a jungler eating me. I'm not worried about top lane Cho'Gath teleporting in. Like, that's the easiest dark binding in the world to land because he's so fat. Right. So just get in there, use your wards. And if you have Mobies, remember, you'll be a lot faster. So it'll be less scary. All right, so the jungle matchup is going how we said. I would save that bind that you're throwing out there. I know you land like all of them. But...
Yeah, I've been aggressive with it just because I've been able to hit a lot, and I wasn't very impressed with how the Leona was playing.
That's fair, because the last couple times she's died as soon as you've landed one. But I'm just saying, Like one thing I might recommend, and again, you play Morgana more than me, but pool first, and then when they're pathing to get out of the pool, then throw the bind.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen you
I just
do
didn't.
that
I didn't want to
much.
draw. I didn't want to draw aggro under turret. But yeah, typically,
Hey, look at that! I love the D port. This is great. Hey, look at that. Cool. She just blew a bunch of cooldowns on you, the support, trying to get a D port, and then your kindred, who shouldn't be able to kill her, came in and got a kill. Nice.
yep. And Zaya almost 1v2'd.
Zaya almost 1v2'd. Hey, things are going great.
Yes. Kindred soloing the mountain, and then we're going top lane to take
Yeah.
turret and then take Rift Herald.
And I love that Kindred soloing the mountain. She can because you have such good vision.
Mhm.
Or they can, right? Pronouns.
Yeah. So Wolf's not real. But yeah, so we just come up here for turret, and then we're gonna start rotating for Rift Herald, but we don't actually get it. We get some wards around the thing, and we set up for it, but the Lee Sin's there. We just only have 3 people, and I thought we were gonna kill him.
Yeah, I mean, this is fine. So, like, thinking about it macro wise, you have really good deep wards. Right now, you shouldn't be doing the Rift Herald, so just back up, right?
Yep,
Good spell shield. Because now they get it, right?
they do. Because Kindred's farming Krugs right now.
Because she's farming Krugs. You don't have the strong side. It looks like it works out. Like, they get
We
the
trade one.
objective, but.
Yeah, we trade 1 for 3.
And you're gonna get a tower, and Kindred's probably gonna kill the Kaisa there. There's a Kaisa flash too, but Rift Herald's one of those things that Yorick can just solo, and you have all the towers dead, so just leave it because you kind of forced it there and didn't let it reset, which is why they were able to get it.
I had not been paying attention to the map. I'd assumed that Kindred was coming to the thing, and that's not a good assumption.
Okay.
I saw Echo moving. I saw Echo moving, and I just thought that Kindred's champion portrait was under Echo's. Because they both backed at the same time, and so I assumed they were just coming together.
Okay.
So I'd been focusing too much on the map itself, or on what I was looking on my screen and trying to figure out, okay, where's the Lee Sin? Who's coming onto me? How's the health? I wasn't looking at the mini map with them. So, yeah.
People are asking what your rank is, Packer.
I peaked Plat 1 last I peaked Plat 1 season 7, and then I didn't play much ranked last year. I was 2-2 in my promos to Diamond 5 in season 7, and then since then I've just been in Plat. So that's my OK.GG. But so Platinum for the past 3 seasons, essentially.
Okay, cool. I want to talk about what I'm noticing here. Like, you've gotten a few deep wards, which is really good. I get the Mobies. Instead of your Zonias that you're rushing, build that Spooky Ghost item. I think you'll like it. It's really good. It's really fun. Make sure that you are pinging on the map when you see, like, Lee Sins and stuff show up, or when you know that they're not bottom, like jungle pathing and stuff. I haven't seen you do that yet. And better macro decisions. Like, you're a coach. You coach a college team. Like, you're not making any decisions for your team. Like, why? I haven't seen you ping. I haven't seen you type. I've seen you type my bad a few times, which is nice, but...
I typed to go to Herald after we did top. Other than that, but I didn't do anything for the dragon or for the stuff bot. We were just... I was... not autopilot's the wrong word, but we were winning. We were kind of stomping bottom lane pretty hard, so it felt self-evident to me. Okay, we just go until we get bot turret because we have the lane advantage. The turret plates are still up. We need to we needed to push that advantage there and keep them down while we could get that turret for free. And then the Zaya was already moving to top lane as we came back to the fountain. And then she was typing in chat as well. It felt, those moves felt simple.
Okay, so simple, that's fine. If everyone's already moving in the right direction, don't do it. But it's good to just practice it, because that won't always happen. And, perfect practice makes perfect, all that coaching shit that you always tell your players. Here, you are like clearing something that's like you're probably going to get engaged on. I'm assuming, but I don't know. I'm not sure. What should you and your team be doing? What should you and your team be setting up around?
We should be advancing the vision lines to take the outer turrets from bot and top lane because there are currently no objectives up. We took the Mountain Drake very recently. We took the Baron's not even a thing for another 6 minutes. So there's no neutral objectives. The buffs are currently down in the enemy jungle. So it's all about setting up vision specifically to start sieging down those turrets.
I disagree. So hear me out. I've been
Okay.
saying that a lot. Right now, all of your towers are up, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of the enemies are up. It's 14 minutes, 15 minutes into the game. What's the next objective going to be that you guys can reasonably take?
Probably the next dragon then.
Probably the next dragon. If you set up wards to siege, do you have a good sieging team?
Not really, no.
No, not at all. That's why I'm like, you want to set up for the like one of the outer tier 2 towers? Like,
Right now we've got the advantage that our Xayah is really, really fed.
yeah, she's a monster.
She's 8-1 right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought process is while she's strong, we need to kind of force fights. And the only reason we're gonna be able to fight is at their turrets because they're not gonna step out onto the map probably.
Well, if they were smart, they're not going to do that. Are we
Yeah.
playing in a professional LCS setting?
No, we're in plat.
We're in plat. They're going to step out. Okay. So, what I would do specifically here is play around the kindred mark because that is going to be probably a next objective, really team comp specific, and then it's going to be dragon, and then it's going to be baron. So your thought process should be, where's the next kindred mark going to be? And it could be like she's marking somebody, like murder them. But somewhere in the enemy jungle, it's going to spawn. And depending on how many she has, and I'm going to call her she because we're saying wolf isn't a person, so they're not a they, they're a she,
Right.
the lamb.
Right.
It'll spawn in a couple different places. But I would set up vision around that and fight over that. Because they will probably come out to kill that camp just because it has the kindred mark. And then if it's like in this blue jungle, cool, you're setting up vision for dragon too. But otherwise, you're fed enough that you just control the top jungle, let Yorick split push bot, and then you get a baron as soon as it spawns.
Okay.
Right now, you have ridiculously good vision top. So if you're going to go anywhere, it should be top. Like, control the Krugs, start putting pressure on this tower, look for picks.
Okay.
Right now, bottom, you don't have deep vision. So generally, you will have complete control over one side of the map at a time. You could play around top and go for that top, like, middle tower. Like, that's something you could do. But your team, like we said, doesn't have that good of a siege. You do have a fed AD carry, but your team doesn't have that good of a siege, so it's like, Also, Yorick wants to split push, and he's pretty strong too right now. He's a higher level than your mid laner, so...
That doesn't mean he's strong, actually. It means the Echo is very, very bad right now.
Okay, another reason to, like, do you want to siege with bad Echo and melee Yorick? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm playing this through. I'm like walking you through my thought process. I think what you want to do is pick a side of the map, and top is already set up. Like, look at this beautiful ward line. I never get this in my games. Like, this is great. Top, you could probably play around that top tower and back off as they try to rotate and get a pick with like your 90% Morgana bind, like you've been doing this game, and then Xayah follows up, murders whoever it is. Like, I would look to do something like that. Bot, you don't have any wards at all, and I'm expecting you to get jumped on by like 3 people right here, and your team isn't ready to follow up too. So bottom makes sense if you care about the next dragon. I don't know what it is because you're not tabbing, so I can't see.
It's an ocean. I think it's an ocean.
You guys care about ocean?
I mean, it's nice because it lets us split put. It lets York. It helps sustain York in the side lane in a split push, and it lets Echo and it lets me spam bindings because of mana. It lets Echo help wave clear more. I don't know how Kindred if Kindred has mana problems.
Kind of, yeah. But
and then it lets Xayah just spam her ranged kind of wave clear thing.
Okay, so it's okay. Does the enemy team really want it?
I mean, it's nice for the Cho'Gath because again, it adds to a sustain. But Lee Sin and Katarina are manaless champions.
Yeah, they don't care.
I mean, Kaisa likes it. Leona doesn't care about it.
Yeah, it's like one of those dragons that neither of you care about. So if it was something like an infernal that could win the game one way or another, I would think about moving into the bottom half and setting up this vision. Because it's an ocean and because you already have vision set up here, I think the correct call is control the top half of the map and then set up for that Baron in like 5 minutes.
Gotcha.
Like you don't have to get every dragon. Like this dragon doesn't matter. Right? If you get Ocean, is it gonna like stop the
That doesn't
Leona,
change the game.
Lee Sin, Katarina all in?
It doesn't change the game state almost at all.
Okay.
The team that's ahead is slightly more ahead.
Yeah.
But it doesn't add it's not even worth like almost the gold, like was it like 50 gold for killing the dragon or
You
something?
get 100 gold.
You get 100. That 100 gold is probably worth more than the actual effect it gives almost.
Yeah, and the experience is nice if the enemy team's behind. They are, but it's not the biggest objective. Setting up for a Baron right now, especially if you can keep this half of the map dark, is really good. So because of that, I think this is a mistake right now. Also, I think you're super overextended. So I like the red sweeper, but I think you're going to get jumped on. So here, let's see what happens, okay? I think you should be like setting up for the top. And cool, you got out. Nice. This is another place where Moby's is good. Hey, they didn't jump on you. Neat.
They're currently scared of me.
Good, they should be. Yeah, you're kind of monstrous. Really good deep vision, really good deep vision. I like it a lot. Giving your carries this stuff. Nice. Cool. Keeping Zaya safe. I like it. Nice. This is really good. Alright, as soon as you miss that and you go on cooldown, your Zaya and you should back up, but she's not, so that's concerning. What is happening? They're giving Yorick just an inhibitor for free?
An inhibitor turret, yeah.
Alright.
Lee Sin popped his Herald top lane right at the turret. I got overextended there, so I died because I thought they'd both roamed to go to handle mid lane, so I was trying to set out a vision.
Okay, that's one of those deaths that we were talking about.
Yep.
Moby's, I'm telling you, you don't die there.
Actually, for that one, I think Moby's the boots don't matter because they just get hit once and I'm done there.
Yeah, but you would have been to a point where you would have seen her coming if you had Moby's. Remember, you're 3 times faster with Moby's.
Yeah.
Also, if you had Spooky Ghost, if you're going into the Black Fog of War, you pop the Spooky Ghost too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Telling you. Good wards. Like, what you just did there is really good, really clean. Sometimes you just throw bindings and your cooldown reduction is pretty low, like 35%. Like making the binding cooldown really low, I mean. But like I'm looking at this and you just throw them immediately. Like I feel like you're better off saving it. It's like what I tell my Amumu students where like, hey, you kind of want to use the no CC as a zoning tool. Because as soon as you throw it, they're not scared of you anymore, right?
Yeah.
And no, Echo was getting an inhibitor tower on his own. So if you guys kited that back,
no,
that
inhibitor turret was already down.
Oh, I'm sorry, the inhibitor on his own. You're right, the inhibitor tower is already taken.
Actually, he's going to end up doing that 2 more times and still not get the inhibitor. He's just going to continue running it down mid, essentially.
All right, well, if he runs it down, gotta embrace the Fiesta. Like, you guys need to be
I feel like it's almost better to be sticking with the Zaya.
Time out.
I get caught here.
You just clicked to level up an ability.
Yes.
Fix that, please. Keyboard shortcuts. All right, here again, another bind. Like save your bind. I'm gonna
die here.
Yeah, I think you die as soon as you throw that bind and miss it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a team comp thing. Remember we talked about you don't have CC to stop Katarina. Yep. Like if they had a master key, it's like the same.
I saw her have 1 item, so I assumed I wouldn't get immediately blown up, but I'm behind.
Yep. Don't argue with the idiots.
So again, he's just literally just running it down mid here.
Yeah. Like imagine it's like an 8-year-old, right? Like he's not going to listen to you.
Yeah, their Lee Sin is currently the most fed person on their team.
And yeah, you just bopped him good. Good job. You waited for him to use his dashy moves and then easy bind, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I love that you're shoving this. You see 2 of them top. Should be free tower. Let's get some deep vision. Hey, that's a good one.
And then we kind of go in there. I'm just trying to body block the Lee Sin at this point.
Yeah.
From the.
This is fine. Like your team is getting stuff for this. It would have been nice to just back off there. Again, spooky ghosts. I'm telling you, man. Come on, get it!
Time.
Hey,
yeah, finally gets it this time.
You're gotta. Yeah, this is great. This is kind of what you want. Like, oh no, they got us, but we got 2 things for it. So Yorick should be bottom side since Baron's up. So like this is a macro play I don't like. You and your Fed 80 carry should be top. Yorick should be bot pulling people there. Good words to get vision. Nice. This is really good. Like Yorick got an inhibitor for that. Echo's getting Dragon for that. You got Baron off 3 of them. Like this is a good trade. And you get an Infernal Dragon. That's huge. I like the potion buy too. All right, what's the play now?
Well, they've got a few more Baron buffs, but other than that, we should mostly be going bot.
Yep.
Echo gets caught, so we kind of slow down a bit. We start trying to push bot. The Lee Sin is kind of the problem here. He just kind of shows in and one shots.
This is really good. The deep vision you're getting now, I like it a lot.
Like, they end up mostly pushing mid, so we just keep trying to push here.
Yeah, push bot. This is fine. In the game. One thing you could do to be cute, since they're pushing mid, like you can go proxy the wave.
Yeah, I just wanted to. At this point, I just want to become glued to the hip to the Xayah.
Yeah, makes sense. Stop her from doing it.
We keep trying to run away here, but we just.
As soon as you threw your bind, like Katarina is able to go in. So save your bind.
Well, I was more scared of the Lee Sin, so I binded the Lee Sin.
Okay, but I don't know, man. I guess that's fine. Like this is hindsight too. Spooky ghosts, yeah. I'm telling you, you can peel a little bit better in that situation.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna broken record.
We've got all 3 inhibs.
Yeah, this is huge. This should be an easy game.
Yeah, you would think. You would think this was an easy game.
So now
Yorick is still really behind.
Now the play is set up around Baron, right?
Right.
They have to go deal with the shit. They can't do what they're trying to do. They have to go deal with it. Set up for Baron. It's up in what, like 2 minutes?
Yeah. Just trying to stick with people at this point, because if I step 1 foot out of line, Lee Sin insta kills me.
80 carry asking for 5 mid is bad.
Well, with the mid inhib is up now.
Okay, that makes sense then. Nice bind on him. Yeah, I like that you're staying with Fed 80 carry. There's the reason the Cho'Gath doesn't do well into Yorick, like right there. He just had to flash out because he landed 1 ability.
We go again, insta kills the Kindred again.
Yeah, this is fine though. You got the inhib back up, set up for Baron. Like what you guys are doing up here is really bad. Like
yeah, I kept trying to ping, but like at this point, I'd almost rather stick with the Xayah for the chance at the outplay if she's caught than.
I guess so. Like
again, like I don't know if it's the right decision, but I'm saying I'd rather stick with the Xayah and do something bad than just have her die alone, because she's so fed that she may be able to outplay, whereas without the Black Shield, she doesn't outplay. I guess is my thought process, which may be wrong.
I actually like that. I think that's fine because she's been playing really well this game.
You know, but we're just racking up the deaths now. You know, we're down 13 kills despite having 4.
Yeah, This should
And
be
again,
Baron. So hopefully you get the Baron and you win. Let's see if Lee Sin steals it. Nope, you get the Baron. Cool.
yep, we lose Echo. We actually end up
This was really
getting
bad.
wiped.
You should
Yeah.
have just spam pinged back and recalled,
Yep.
right? Recall by,
Yep.
walk in, and take the other nips. So that's a mistake on your part. Again, the macro calls, right?
Yep.
I think I have what I need from this game. Like, fix your build, share your map awareness with the team, make better decisions. Like, you don't need to stay and fight there, right?
Mm-hmm. We end up winning this game because York teleports in while they
Beautiful.
base race us. We base race. 2 seconds later we lose. We end up losing all of our fights. We just win
Amazing.
because they couldn't send someone back.
This game's almost over. We can keep watching the rest. Moby's on a support, King Chandler. Not always good on a jungler. All right. Did you feel like you know what you need to do from this game?
I think so. Maybe, I mean, since there's like 2 minutes left, I just want to see if there's something in the last team fight as well that
Okay,
is something
we'll
that I
watch.
did poorly. A lot of this game was just people getting picked by Lee.
Yeah, like
Just kind of
Echo and Kindred are very out of position. That pink ward is like kind of a waste, but that's fine. This is a situation where you
we're
want.
letting York split push right now.
Yeah, so
We're just trying to stall.
it's rough that she keeps getting like caught out. Like the Kindred got chunked down to like a quarter health. Good wards. Righteous Glory Cho'Gath flashes in.
Yep, Kindred's down.
You need to save your binds to stop that. So like you throwing your bind at like random people is letting Cho'Gath do stuff like that. Like as soon as you miss your bind, Lee is able to jump in and do stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm telling you that
Gotcha.
save your bind so that they have to respect it. As soon as it goes down, they can make big plays.
Like
Yeah.
we didn't.
Lucky.
we threw pretty hard.
Lucky. All right, Mobies, share your macro of your team, make better decisions.
All right.
And like you know the decisions, I think, right? Like
Yeah.
watching this in hindsight, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, but this was a game that should have ended 15 minutes earlier.
Yep.
Like it should not have gotten to that point. There were a few times where I got caught out that could have probably helped end the game sooner. And then picking having a better build, just even Mobies, yes, but even just the Spooky Ghosts to get away from that thing where we rushed bot as 3.
Yeah.
Could have they got a lot off that.
So the Mobies will stop you from dying so much. The Spooky Ghosts will stop your team from dying so much, you included. Versus the Zonias, where you're just setting yourself up to die 2 seconds later. Even though it's so good at the Morgana ult. Like, I know it's good, but, like, you're a support, right?
Yeah.
Playmaking versus reactive defensive stuff. Because the flash ult Zonias is on too long of a cooldown to be used effectively.
I never engage with it. It's always a defensive tool.
Yeah, and like this game, it was always defensive. Get the Spooky Ghosts. It's defense and offense. It's both.
Yep.
All right, you got what you need?
I think so. At the very least, it's a lot to start with. At the very least. So
helpful.
Yep.
All right, cool. Practice this. Let me know how it goes. This should stop you from dying so much in the mid game. Those deep wards in the jungle should help your team win and make better decisions. Be more proactive with your like pings and be like, the jungle is here. Stop being an idiot. But don't say stop being an idiot. Just spam danger ping. Like do that kind of stuff. You should be fine because your stuff is pretty clean. I would, if they have a team that can kill your team if you miss a bind, I'd be a little more hesitant about machine gunning the binds or the hooks.
I'm playing it more like Thresh.
Okay.
There. Like that, let me rephrase that. Not that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's the state of being is that I'm playing it more, with with Thresh, unless there's somebody specific guide, unless there's a specific like a Rengar or a Zed or a Talon or something, you generally want to be fishing out for the picks with the Q.
Yeah, and I like
But
the
I should
fish.
be.
But if you miss and your team dies immediately because of that, because you're the
It's not
only
worth,
tool, it's not worth.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
What I've seen a couple people do on her too, especially the Mobies, is they'll get close and they'll throw an auto attack and it looks kind of like the animation, and then that'll make them blink or dash or whatever, and then it's a lot easier to follow up. But you tell me, you're the Morg main. I just noticed that you missed a few times and then your entire team died. It was like 3 or 4 or 5 times this game. There are also times where you landed it and someone on their team died. So like I don't know. You could also just never miss and keep machine gunning and just hard carry every single game. But I don't know. Like I'd much rather like play a little conservative, use it as like a zoning tool. Like I feel like it'd be a little cleaner.
Whatever you've said for the past 30 seconds, I didn't hear because my internet winked out. So I said that I'd said something like
it was I was just telling you like the secret to life, like where to find the fountain of youth.
That's, you don't need that, useless.
Okay, no worries then. We won't go over it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Pretty much like hold on to your bind.
Yeah.
Because like there are a few times where you landed it, cool, you got a kill, you got a tower. There were also a few times where you missed it and then Katarina killed your entire team.
Mm-hmm.
So in situations where the enemy team can wipe your team and you're the only thing standing between them, just hold it. Just hold it. Play more Sejuani jungle if you want to practice that concept, because if you miss your ult, you're just worthless for a minute or two until it comes back up.
Yeah. Okay.
When he's warding, he is super overextending. Yeah, that's earlier in the coaching session. We talked to him, Mobies, and make sure you're doing it at times that make sense. Yep, we went through that too. Hey, we're getting some good advice in chat right now. All right. You good?
All right. Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. Practice that. If you're still having trouble, let me know. We'll watch another game. Otherwise, I think if you fix that, you should be fine. Because like your build is weird, and not warding deep is weird. So, and we're changing your build so that you can ward deep without dying.
Yeah.
All right, you good?
Yep, I think so.
All right, so. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go feed in solo queue. Thank you for letting me coach you. All right, cool.
Likewise, thank you for coaching me.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hey. All right, that was Packer, friend of the stream. We just coached him. It was kind of fun. He's a pretty good support player, but he's playing like it's like solo queue is his college league versus, the other thing. Who feeds more? Let's find out. I am going to go get a beverage, and I'm going to jump in and do the thing. Let's get some tunes. All right. I will be right back. 2 minutos.